Hey, AP Macro, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so we went through the end of semester assessments for Standard 1, and now we're going to be doing the end of semester assessments for Standard 2, which is the analyzing and interpreting graphs and formulas. And so with that, for these FRQs, I'm going to formulate them just as they're going to be for the AP exam in May. And when we're looking here at the different topics, I went through and I wrote down for you the different topics that go along with units 1, 2, and 3. I think that a few things. First off, you got to be good at explaining the why. So if they were to talk about, like with supply and demand, for example, and if they were to talk about, research shows that during this pandemic that eating cucumbers helps reduce the likelihood that you'll get COVID-19. Well, if they were then to ask you, explain what will happen in the market for cucumbers, this is where you're going to have to go through that process and explain on what would happen on the graph instead of draw the graph. So you want to explain about taste and preferences and how that would increase the demand. And when there's a shift to the right, that means that more people are willing and able to buy this product at a higher price. And so therefore you would have an increase in the price and quantity. So you just want to go through and be able to explain the details instead of just show it. I would be like chicken scratching it off to the side so that way I had that graph in front of me to make sure I was explaining what I was seeing. I think there's going to be a lot of calculations, or that it opens the door for a lot of calculations for this AP exam. Why? Because that's something that you'd be able to answer and then also explain. And so this is where I would be making sure I'm showing my work, because that is a requirement for both macro and micro that you show that. I also think that Fisher equation is so important. And we started the Fisher equation in Unit 2, and it's really carried through all of the units. And so that's where we want to make sure that we recognize the difference between real and nominal when we're looking at different things. Okay? And so I just put this together for you in case it was helpful as you're going through things. Please don't hesitate to ask me questions, right? I am completely available on Wednesday to answer questions. So let me know. Obviously 10 to 11:30, our teachers are online, but I can meet other times too. So send me an email and I can answer any questions, or if you want to meet on a Google Meet and we can go through some different things, I'm more than happy to do that. But again, plan for Thursday and Monday. I'm doing it in 2 days because instead of making them like really long, I would like to make them like 30 minutes each and be able to do it that way. Also understand it's really easy to do multiple versions of this type of stuff. So make sure when you're answering the questions that you read them very carefully when you're doing that. I missed you guys. I hope you guys are well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.